Hello everyone and welcome to a new interview for the Sovereign University, and here we are at the end of Cubo Plus. For this almost last episode of this series of interview, I have the chance to have Filipo.
Hi guys, hi everyone. We are here last day of Cubo Plus. We just left half of the students. They're coming back. We will have the next 4 days with Jimmy and Lisa seminars, intensive for the ones who remained, and that we are ready for this third intensive week.
Tired after 2 weeks of Cubo Plus, so maybe Filipo, you could tell who you are, what do you do for Cubo Plus?
Yeah, so I'm Filippo, I'm from Italy, I'm 21 years old. I work for Fulgures Ventures, and with Fulgur and the Bitcoin office, we decided to organize this educational program here in Salvador. Actually, I'm pretty sure was an idea of Stacy since a few years. Then talking with Fulgur, she could achieve that, because as Fulgur, we really care about education and everything. So we decided to sponsor the program, to organize it, and was a very long process. I'm really happy of everything that was like. I'm very happy on how it went, and probably we will have some changes for next editions, but the majority, the big part of the program, I think it's been very nice, very good. So we are tired here. You also helped a lot. The cover in general, also the other lecturers. You probably most of all with all the shoots, podcast, helping with the hackathon, and it was too many things. But I'm very happy on how it went.
Alright, see, that guy jumps ahead 10 of my questions here because he's tired. So let's go back a bit. So, it took a year. How long was it to organize such an event?
Yeah, so basically we started organizing in details, let's say the agenda, the lecturers, the structure and design of the program. We started on January. The idea born probably more than a year ago. Then with some talkings, we developed some, let's say, concept, and in January we started with the name, design of the program, the agenda, lecturers, the logistics on site, where to have classes, who to invite, the students, and actually the most, let's say, not difficult, but was the most essential part, but the most challenging was to get and retain the students, because Cubo Plus had no history. This is the first edition, this is the pilot project, and basically was difficult to get them because there was no website, there was no previous programs, there was nothing. So students had to trust us and put effort on our program, and the majority are university students, they have something else to care about. So this was quite challenging, but now I'm very happy of the 21 students we got, and how they, I don't know, it's mind-blowing the change that they did in these 3 months of program. It's just mind-blowing. But to come back, because I know, but
you feel so happy, you can see on his face. To be fair, I've been here for the 2 weeks, and we got a lot of calls before to plan that, and seeing it achieved, it's truly mind-blowing how it changed. So I can only feel how happy you do. But I don't want you to jump the guns. We need a structured interview because it's a lot of work, a lot of things to say.
Yeah, exactly. So let's start from the beginning.
So you got Stacy got the idea. To get something as big as Cubo Plus to get started, you need funding. Oleg came in, Fulgur came in, and then you need structured. So Giacomo came in to get the structured.
Giacomo was a very important profile for the program because it helped with all the agenda, the program, the lecturers, connections. So without Giacomo, I think the Cubo Plus could not. It could not happen. But yeah, so thank you, Giacomo, if you.
Yeah, Giacomo is the god. I heard actually for the first time of Cubo Plus.
He's everywhere, Giacomo. I don't know.
Yeah, Giacomo is everywhere, but he's a great guy. I heard of it first at the Lugano Lightning Summit.
Okay, Tuscany Lightning Summit.
Yeah, Tuscany Lightning Summit, and then that's where like I was like, all right, I need to get involved, and I got the calls, and we made it happen between Decouvre Bitcoin and you. So the idea, then finding the right teacher, creating the curriculum, and at the same time starting the online classes.
Exactly.
How was the online classes process?
Yeah, so as I said before, it was hard to get those students because there was no history. We did some partnership with some universities, so we
Locally here?
Yeah, local university here, Universidad Don Bosco majorly, UTEC, Universidad Nacional, a few. Actually, the biggest one was UTEC and Universidad Don Bosco. So basically, we did this sponsorship, not the sponsor, this agreement with us and them. We sent some emails through the mailing list to the students with the application form. We got from this university 150 students. So after that, we had the first one-to-one interview
With 200 students.
And yeah, more than 150 students. Yeah. To understand motivation, why they would like apply the English level and other things. So from that pool of 150, we got 55 students for the preparatory period, which is the, let's say, online part of the course. Preparatory period because those students didn't know anything about Bitcoin, probably just 2-3 of them knew something. The majority was, it's legal tender here in El Salvador, Bukele make it legal tender, so it's a cryptocurrency, and they didn't know anything about Bitcoin. So the preparatory period focus was to deliver some and let's say create the basics for the students to advance then on the other part of the program. In the preparatory period, we had 5 modules. The modules were, so why Bitcoin was the first module to let the student know why Bitcoin exists. 2 lectures by Giacomo and Ricky. Then how Bitcoin was about Bitcoin technological stacks. 2 lectures about Giacomo, debunking Bitcoin, also to explain the difference between Bitcoin and shitcoins, the blockchain and all the other, let's say, buzzwords, to not use bad words. Then running Bitcoin with Alekos was very interested classes because the students told us because they started like some basics with like coding, installing C Lightning, the Bitcoin core nodes, and so was more technical, a little exactly. And then the last one was improving Bitcoin, so a high-level explanation of the outstanding problems in the Bitcoin ecosystem and some possible solution to solve some of them.
Okay, that's cool. So basically, with that curriculum, you saw that they would have enough knowledge on Bitcoin to know, all right, is it for me? You will get their English level, they will know their programming skills, and you'd be able to assess who would come to the online physical camp.
Exactly. Yeah, that was to, as you said, giving the basics, understand English, motivation, and we used that preparatory period in view of the interview.
Was it hard to select 21 students out of those 50?
Almost. Yeah, more or less, because the second interview was longer, much more technical, and basically we had with 55 students, 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes interview with each student, asking about Lightning and Bitcoin protocol, like technical understanding, then like for example some cryptographic signature verification. Then open source experience, collaboration, some problem solving. So we had like this problem. For example, I remember that. So there was this problem where the students had to solve, and was about the students working in a Lightning, let's say, service provide like Lightning wallet, let's say. and they had to explain us the steps they would have done in case a customer contacts the wallet because the transaction had an error or whatever. So they had to, solve this easy problem solving, then a coding problem solving part, then understanding of APIs, then past projects, evaluation, communication, English. So it was much more long, and yeah, so it was easier to understand who would pass, like those who were really committed to the program, those who really studied and put effort into the preparatory period. And so yeah, it was like the most difficult part was not to select them, but to really get them 100% on that, because that was the real challenge. And to get here in the on-site, they, as you can, let's say, imagine, they had to have a strong basic and strong understanding of the basics of Bitcoin and Lightning, because if not, they would have come here and every lecture being like, what the fuck is that? So
yeah. That's what is really cool with Cubo Plus. Like, you actually did the proof of work to have the students here. It's not like, hey, let's pick like 21 Salvadorian, like make it a marketing scheme, and like, hey, yeah, we're trying to do education. No, they were actually a true commitment to get the best possible software engineer in El Salvador. People that do know how to program are literally here. So it was education to give them Bitcoin knowledge at the highest level of local education. And so you told me multiple times that a lot of people wouldn't apply at the beginning because they thought Cubo Plus was a scam.
Yeah, this is like shitcoin fault, I guess, and blockchain courses, bootcamp, or like the crypto bros on Instagram or Twitter, like shilling their courses, their programs. So unfortunately, we are in this situation, and most of the people, when they see courses, they think, yeah, they're gonna scam me. Yeah. This course I will pay a lot for this course, and this like tiny hair, like not tiny hair. How would you say it?
Yeah,
like, I just benefits, but. So
the whole reputation needed to be built, and I think we did an amazing job. I hope all the footage we got with our camera crew will showcase for the next generation. And we actually have the same issue in the university, because our courses are free. People think it's shit, even though it's like it's intense.
Yeah. So that part was hard. It was always to get students to retain them, because there was nothing official. It was just us pretending to, let's say, have this Bitcoin only and Lightning only course, and the online part also is not that easy, because you don't
see the students.
You don't see the students. You don't really get who they are. And for example, there are some students that are really genius. Yeah. And from the online part, I couldn't imagine that. Like, I had a completely different idea of certain profiles, let's say. So, yeah.
You got to 21. I do agree. You told me those one are good, and at the end of the 2 weeks, you completely changed. How was the end here in El Salvador? So we all flew here. You got a lot of teachers, international stars, teachers, to commit to teach those kids about Lightning, Bitcoin Core, even RGB and everything. So what was the on the ground first week like?
Yeah, so first week, I think in terms of content, very good. But for next edition, I would change a little bit, including more hands-on and practical challenge for the students, because the content, I think, was amazing. The profiles that went to El Salvador to teach to those kids.
Who are the teachers?
Yeah. So I just think that next edition we will integrate a little bit more of hands-on, some assignments, some technical and some technical task for them to get more involved, because was very, very, like, let's say, was an intensive week, 8 hours per day in a room, like with teachers
hammering lightning content, like some of the video you will find on Cubo Plus YouTube channels, not the University, I think Cubo Plus channel.
Same both in the
at the end of the day, it's gonna be 2 channels, but I mean, it went so well. I think we're gonna collaborate. You will see like bolt, like classes on every single bolt, and in English. So for those kids, it was so hard. So you had teachers like Aleko, all the one you saw in this channel so far. So Adam Gibson, Peter Todd, Alekos, Azio,
there was also people from companies, and I'm not sure I can say some name because they don't want to. But for example, Santos from ZBD is okay. So you also had the interview actually, and there was so many profiles, and the content was very high quality. So I just think we should mix more like week 1 and week 2, because actually week 2 probably you wanted to ask me about week 2.
About week 2, but I do agree, like for this, because I'm thinking of the audience. If you want to create something like Cubo Plus, you will need a lot of effort, time, proof of work, and sponsors, obviously, because it does require some cost or with finance. But like, I think what could be improved is increase the preparatory period, have more like workshop of like activities, and then when you move to like the hackathon part that we will discuss, the students are more ready to really do intense application level lightning integration, which was like maybe too a rush on the time they had. So how do you feel the hackathon and the second week went?
So second week I started to see the students much more engaged, because it was more practical, more hands-on. The hackathon, they didn't sleep to complete the projects, and they got every project, every team got a Lightning application. So it's crazy. 3 months ago they didn't know what Bitcoin was, and yesterday they delivered. Every team delivered one Lightning application. That's mind-blowing. It's not. I'm all the day thinking about this, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy. So I think the second week went super well, and just more like a little bit more mixing for next edition for week 1 and week 2. About the preparatory period, I do agree with you that should be probably a little bit longer. Actually, we are integrated also some projects in this preparatory period of the first edition preparatory period of Cubo Plus. We had every Sunday some presentation from the students. So basically the preparatory period was designed with two lectures per week of 2 hours each one. So and every week they had a presentation, a project to deliver for Sunday. So we started already in the preparatory period to deliver this task for them, to start, let them work together, put them some hands-on, and of course we incentivize a little bit with some sats for the winning, let's say, groups of the project. So and also some quizzes during the online lecture, so they could, let's say, there was the incentive for them to study and really follow the classes.
Are you happy with the result? I'm guessing yes, because they were happy of the hackathon. Do you feel like those kids will get into a Bitcoin company as planned originally with Cubo?
Because
you did 4 hours of interview, like at the end, like we had to do interview with every one of the the students, and it took like 4 or 5 hours to just like hammer down the interview to know their levels and
actually it was much less than the second interview we had to get them to this, because there was like a full week all the day doing interview more or less, because me and Mario were together to evaluate both on the same students to not be biased, do the average. But yeah, so coming back to the question, so
are they going to get into a Bitcoin company?
So yeah, actually we designed the program with the mandatory internship for all of them. So everybody will get to a Bitcoin or Lightning company to have this 3 months internship, could be from, let's say, it's 2 to 5 months internship. But after that, so to remain in a Bitcoin company, you really have to showcase to your mentor that you can add value to the company. This is not something easy because like developing in like being a Lightning developer is not something that you do like easily. So I really think that they can. Some of them really can. I'm confident. Some probably have to put more effort, but they really have to like be, I don't know, focus 100% on that, dedicate a lot of time, learn, because yeah, they did created this Lightning application. They did an amazing work, they did an amazing job in these 3 months, but it's just started. There are so many things in Lightning and Bitcoin to learn about. So it's just about them, about how much time they will dedicate and passion and everything. But I'm confident on some of them.
We saw the difference between those students too. Like some of them were going to bed at like 2, 3 because they were just like keep studying, keep building, and waking up to just get 8 hours of more classes. And some of them didn't. And you really see the difference between the one that took Cubo Plus as a true opportunity, like it's literally a life-changing opportunity for them, and some of them that maybe didn't realize what was going on. And you told me that several times during the hackathon, like the kids didn't, some of them couldn't understand the importance of what we literally built here.
Yeah. Also, I think it's a cultural aspect because they're not used at all to this kind of opportunities. So probably they have some of them, because some other were really engaged. They slept like 3 hours per night and working like the other 20 hours per day. So, but yeah, in general, probably some of them didn't really got the opportunity because the Salvador culture has from what I understand, and also from my history, because I don't want to speak for something and not really. So to give also a little bit of background of myself, I lived in Central America for 1 year, so I more or less know about the culture here, and the young people are not used to think out of the box, try to like put some envision, like they have not this let's say the high they have not low time preference, let's say, in this way, because in my opinion, for some of them it's difficult to see their future in a long term. Because maybe their economic situation is not one of the best. The culture, then there was the gangs here. There was so many forces like keeping them with a closed vision and a short-term vision, without opportunities, without let's say, we in Europe is kind of not normal, but it's much more. It happened much more times that a young person has some ideas. I want to create that. My dreams are that. I really get this. I do really want to work for this company and whatever. Here, I think they think to survive, get to the end of the month, and things like that. So they probably are not really used to see the long-term future, and so when our opportunity like this, a game-changing opportunity, life-changing opportunity presents, they are not used to got probably the opportunity. I think everybody really know like about how it was important for them, and if they put effort, how it will like change, improve their quality of life, but probably not 100%.
I do agree, and I've said it in a couple of other interviews here with the teacher. I think they do like trust in themselves, believe of the opportunity to create a business, and that's because of the past. But things are changing, and they will get it at some point. And after 2 weeks of Cubo Plus, I think if we can call it a success on the short term, it's a yes. But on the long term, I truly hope that out of those 21 kids, in 2 or 3 years, 1 or 2, I think 5, will create a Bitcoin business here in El Salvador. And they will try to create something because they really believe that no, they can. And that was like one of the true beauty of Cubo Plus, was that we gave them the idea that, all right, you can create something big, you can make a product, you can create a company. And I think that would be like a good the success story of Cubo Plus would be
no, of course. I would be really glad of them if they start a business or start their own project. Actually, there will be the global hackathon. I really hope that some of them will apply and start their project to see if they get some traction. This could be a very also another good opportunity for them, and I hope they will join it. Yeah,
that's true. So that was Cubo Plus. Literally, that was like the whole process. So we've been talking about Cubo Plus for quite some time now in the channel in general. So you know what it is and what it means, and there's a lot of companies that have helped. So thank you so much to them. You mentioned the global hackathon, and then maybe I want to do a switch to what are the other things you are building, because you're 21 and you did that. But you're also working at Fulgures, who is an investment fund, VC fund, that really try to help the Lightning development ecosystem and did external things. And you are helping a lot on the hackathon. So can you tell us what is that global hackathon you talked about? And I don't know, a bit more about, in general, the Bitcoin stuff.
As you mentioned, Fulgures is really inspired, really care about the ecosystem, about education, about new projects. Is something amazing. Really like the company, what they're doing, their mission, their ideas, their values, everything. I really find myself aligned with them. It's just the best company I could ever met. But so with Fulgures, they decided to, let's say, help with Cubo Plus. Actually, they want to. We want to have another educational program in Italy as well. Probably it's not 100% secure, but we will see if we can deliver it in Tuscany before Lugano Plan B. And the global hackathon is the other project we're working on. So it's in early stage nowadays, but I think there are chances it will become a successful, let's say, project, because we saw also last year with the Legends of Lightning the traction it had with project. There were more than 250 makers, more than 70 projects delivered. Some of them got some investment, and probably this time is the second time. So also here, as Cubo Plus, next edition, we will have some proof of, let's say, proof of work, because we can show to the world the previous one that was successful. So we believe next edition there will be much more interest for Cubo Plus. And same thing for Legends of Lightning. Last year was successful, and we believe this year could get more traction. Also, probably the prize pool will be higher than last year, and the also game changer, the factor that I think will improve it will be the local tracks we will have, because last year was 100% online. Instead, this year we want to organize local tracks in different continents around the world. So making deal with conferences, and so builders, the makers, can register to the Global Hackathon, can create their team, choose the project they want to work on. Let's say create the project and think about them, because are not already packed project. But let's see. So
I cannot apply with the university. He told me I cannot.
He was so excited about this, and I ruined this 2 nights ago, because
I wanted to win.
with the university. You can do with something else, I guess. And so I was saying that maker can apply to the Global Hackathon, and each member will have the opportunity to go to local events to showcase their projects, and to have the chance to win some, let's say, pool of prize that of course will be much less than the global pool of prize, and also most important in my point of view, some technical assistance from good personalities to, let's say, accelerate their projects. So you have the registration for everyone for the online competition. There are in each continent a local track. Makers can go to the closest local track, expose and present what they're building, and the best projects will get money and technical assistance to, let's say, bootstrap and accelerate the project. The total duration will be about 2 months and a half, beginning on October, ending on mid of December. That's the design for now about the hackathon, and we'll see how it will be.
I think it's gonna be fucking fun. I think it's gonna be a great race. I need to see which project I want to get in, because you don't know my past project. No, it's a good thing, and it's actually crazy how much effort Fulgures Venture is putting into education. Like it's remembering. I don't think there's any other company in the world that try to push so much education, like financing so much project. By the way, they don't finance us. I mean, so far the Sovereign University, as I should that, and DB, the company behind everything, never got any grants from any educational, like any company. Like we never got any grants. So I'm biased. No, I'm not biased actually. But it is mind-blowing how many other projects you have helped. We are in El Salvador, Cubo is over. I do want to ask you a question. It's your first time here.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the adoption locally?
Okay, good question.
You can go say the truth.
No, of course I will say the truth. So I do think that it's much better than Europe, this of course. I do think also that the adoption is higher in the richest area. So basically for the first week of Cubo Plus, we were based in the financial city center of San Salvador, so big buildings, and was the richest area of the city probably. And I went to different shops. I went there like looking on BTC map, got there asking about how many transactions they do per day, and it was really interesting because the average was like more or less 5 transactions per day, and I was not expecting at all something like this. For a shop, for a merchant, 5 transactions per day in Bitcoin is fucking a lot. But when we went to the city center, like the El Mercado de San Salvador, the central market, where you really see, I think the real, because there in the financial area of the city. We were like in a bubble, but you go outside the bubble, you go in, let's say, poorer area, and there was no adoption. Like we went, we asked, or like it's funny. We have a video of 5 minutes of Roxy going to in the street to let's say how it called it.
Small shop.
Yeah, the small shop in the street with the table, like going one to another, like with the video. Everyone was looking at you like, what the fuck are you talking about? And yeah,
no one accepts it.
No one.
Yeah, and the crazy part is like last year it was like 20% success rates, and this year it's like not even one.
Yeah. So in that area there was kind of, I think, very good. They are in good, let's say, in a good stage, in a advanced stage of adoption, in my point of view. But in that area, not at all. Here in Bitcoin Beach, of course, is no, because you can pay.
Cheating.
Yeah, exactly. It's cheating. Yeah. But yeah, we have to travel more probably in next months, next year, if we come back and discover more in more places. I do think that things are changing really fast here. Is like the opposite of Europe. The things that are happening are just mind-blowing. But still, it will require time to get people on board, really on board. It will require us, more you, as the Cubo Bitcoin. You need.
They don't know what we are doing here yet, but yeah, like,
they will know. We need the Cubo Bitcoin like really on board, and as well Cubo Plus, because we didn't mention that there will be some volunteering activities with Cubo Plus as well, in partnership with the Cubo Bitcoin to help adoption here. So there is a lot of work to do, but I think here there is hope for that. In Europe, I do not see this light at the end of the tunnel, because here, of course, you cannot, like, Bitcoin. Okay, yeah, is legal tender, but people need to understand it. And then there is the opposition making propaganda about Bitcoin, that is volatile, that is scam, whatever. Then there are the crypto bros promoting their courses. Then there is also bear market. There are many factors that are like that are frictioning. There's a friction in the adoption here in El Salvador, but I do see hope for and.
Yeah, I do agree. Well, I don't know if it's the right idea to say what we'll be doing here, but you'll figure it out at some point. Just check what we do. There's no hope in Europe, you said. CBDCs are coming, regulation is coming.
Yeah.
Italy is shit. Is that what you're going to tell me? Best food in the world.
Yeah, best food, but if you can pay with Bitcoin, I do agree. If with CBDC, not at all. I prefer to buy pupusas here in Bitcoin than a good. No, I cannot say that, but you know.
I know what you know.
you know.
How is the Italian communities?
Yeah, the Italian community, kind of incredible. I really like the Italian community, full of very smart people. I'm from Turin, doxed. And there is a very there are many nice people there, very smart people. There is Bitpolito, which is a student association from Turin, from the Polytechnic of Turin. They're really committed. They also had an educational program, was called Bit Generation, giving classes to high school students in Turin. Very well organized, very good content. Then we organize with them weekly meetup we change location around Turin, just merchant that accept Bitcoin for the meetups. So every week we change location from a list that merch and restaurants that accept Bitcoin. Then overall in Italy, there is this community called Satoshi Spritz. So we have this one in Turin, there is in Milan, Napoli, Roma. There are many Satoshi Spritz, and I think it's a good idea to have this kind of meetups to meet with local Bitcoiners, discuss, and try to do something to help the ecosystem. Yeah.
There's drama. The drama. I want the drama.
Always there is drama every time. It's incredible how within Bitcoiners there is. It's just incredible. I don't know. We are to like 0.001% of the population, and we fight among us. It's just, I cannot understand that seriously. I do not understand, because we should really help each other, and the enemy are not this project is like this, I want like that, so I have to fight. This person is I don't like this person, so I have to just bullshit. I don't, you can go ahead. It was just a preview of my idea, but yeah.
No, I know. It's just because we had the same issue in France, and there's drama on Bitcoin all the time, and even the more technical people like fight on which implementation to use, which wallet to onboard. Is it Samurai or Wasabi? Like, it's just, we love arguing on Twitter. I mean, you know it, you're a Bitcoiner too.
It's crazy, yeah.
Filipo, I know my cameraman is really tired. I know you're tired. I know it's the end.
Yeah.
Almost, because I still have Lisa to do, because Jimmy Song is here to give more classes, and then we have Lisa.
Lisa will come tomorrow and have the Wednesday and Thursday classes seminar. Yeah.
And then it's over for everyone, and everyone go back home to sleep.
Yeah, it was very, it passed in a very short time, but was really intensive also for us, organizing and make sure everything happened. Also, like today was my first free day, actually, free morning, because in the afternoon we were working. But yeah, I'm really happy of how Cubo Plus went. Really happy on the students, their progress, what they can do to help Salvador growing. So I'm just really glad to be part of this, and yeah, I'm really glad that you came to help. All the other lecturers come. Glad to Max and Stacy who had the idea, Fulgures for like helping, everything. It was just such a success, in my point of view, that I cannot believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, guys, I will do your highlights, but yeah, congratulations. Honestly, you're 21. It was a big challenge to get it down from Italy. Mario from the Bitcoin office on the ground helping, getting the logistic, the student, the teacher, making it all work in such a highly advanced industry, which is not easy, and to see what's possible. I think you're truly giving hope to some people in El Salvador, and maybe people will call it propaganda. People will say we're doing too much, or it's too much money wasted. Like, people are going to complain.
Yeah, of course. There is always everyone.
There's always people complaining.
Anyone complaining, yeah.
At the end of the day, it's because of initiation like this one that we make the needle move. It's because we try, because we create, that we can have an impact to not have CBDCs and fucking dystopia coming to our door now, future kids' door. So yeah, congrats. He's 21. He did it.
Number.
You can. Oh yeah, true, 21. You can do it too. Do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, congratulations. Everyone said congrats to Philly. You fucking killed it. If you have any question, put it in the comment section. Maybe we'll answer, maybe we'll not. Who knows? I don't know. Put a like, a share, and I will see you in the university. Apply for the Global Hackathon if it's in time for the video. And thank you, Max, Stacy, the Bitcoin office, Fulgo, Oleg, Giacomo.
All of you guys, the lecturers,
teachers.
students, everyone.
All right.
It was a pleasure.
See you.